What's up, everybody? It's your homeboy Funky the Commentor, and today he is reading chapter 20. Yes, sorry, chapter. Wait, how many more chapters do I have of this? Ah, come back! Oh boy! Oh, there's three parts to chapter 21. Hmm. No. Da, da, da. We still got a few more to go. Like, well, three-part chapter 21 really won't be counted on, so that's just one, three, four, five, six, seven. I have seven more. Then I'll do some quick read-through of a Steven Universe fic written by my home brony boy, Shinoy Jump Boy. So yeah. Anyway, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in, and let's go. Let us see. Hmm. Silverheart slammed his hoof down on the table, his eyes glaring at Flash, who was pretty injured. Oh boy. Well, I guess the dragons won. Those pesky dragons! Silver yelled, tossing his table across the room with his magic. He was huffing and glaring at Flash. You have failed to capture the Empire. Now we have the Empire's heading toward us with the dragons. It wasn't my fault. I was shocked when fire rained from the sky, Flash said, stuttering. Once the dragons came, they had more numbers than us. Considering my visualize of super evil villains who take lives just for pleasure, yeah, dude, you're dead. Uh, Silver tossed Flash towards the wall. You have one last chance. Oh boy. You will keep your border from enemies' hooves. Flash fell to the ground. Feel me again, and I promise you, you'll be killed. Called it. Classic super evilest villain. Anyway, Flash quickly took off running, leaving Silverheart to look at his apprentice. We have the heart of stone to keep those ponies at bay. He looked out the window. Yet those dragons will fly over the border and wipe out my army. Can we use our magic on them? She asked. Some dragons have scales that deflect magic, Silverheart said towards the moon. I need you to follow a magic trail. I need Celestia back here, Silverheart said, looking at the mare. Use this. He used his magic to give her an amulet. Follow the trail. Shit balls of fire! That's no good. Oh, come on! How come the villains get a magic tracker? Come on! And they are conniving like that. Think Flappy! As you wish, master, she said, taking the amulet and leaving the room. Matthew stood in front of the armor. Meanwhile, back at the ruins of Avalon. Bum, 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 bum. Matthew stood in front of the armor, his hand reaching out and touched the golden armor. He pulled his hand back as he felt something wasn't right with the armor. He slowly stepped back. What's wrong? Luna asked. Something about this armor. It's not right, he said, looking over at Luna. I can't explain it, but it feels... He looks back at the armor. Dark. Uh-oh. Luna stood next to Matthew as she looked over the armor. You can sense something. I cannot? Luna used her magic to try and scan for anything wrong with the armor. Luna was flung backwards as she was zapped by the dark magic. Wow, talk about instincts. Matthew felt his mind darken. The armor you see before you is a curse, Luna. Is cursed Luna. Luna slowly sat up to see Matthew standing in front of her, yet his eyes were glowing a white light. Matthew? I'm using his body to speak with you, Luna, he said. That armor was made by an evil king who tried to take over the Crystal Empire. Why do I feel like this is Sombra we're talking about? Luna stood looking at the armor. Why is it made for a human? It was a gift from the king to try and keep me from freeing his people from the darkness, he said. The armor couldn't be destroyed, and when I sensed the curse with it within it, I made sure to seal it away with the magic barrier that you removed. Oh boy. I can seal it back. You Okay, I have no idea who's talking here. Luna saw Matthew's hands glowing a bright red as the armor was resealed in the bookshelf. I've sealed it back up this time. I made sure to make sure you or any pony else messes with this armor again. Won't mess with it. I feel like they were supposed to won't. Matthew said, looking back at Luna. Armor, shields, swords, and other items are within the armory, within the mountain. How did you do that? Luna asked, trying to wrap her head around what just happened. Yeah, me too. By the way, the girls are out. Something about getting away? I don't know. Yeah, Crystal is gone too, which is surprising. The complications I can make what might happen when they get back. Anyway, let's proceed. Trying to wrap her head around what just happened. I used the magic flowing within Matthew's veins, he said. The magic within him is even stronger than mine was. How is that possible? Luna asked. She heard him chuckle. Blood is blood. Matthew's eyes went back to normal as he fell to his knee. What happened? Oh, your great-grandfather was just like, I don't know. I'll go to bed and possess him. How about the evil armor? So yeah, that's what you missed. I'll explain to you later. Said Luna. Luna said, why don't you go explore? Matthew and Luna both turned their heads as they felt someone was watching, and standing before the two was Dash. I need to talk to you, Matthew. Uh-oh. This is not going well. Luna slowly stepped away from Matthew as Dash walked towards him. Is everything alright? Applejack told us about you two, Dash said, getting in his face. Bum bum bum! You listen good, Matthew. Make her cry, hurt her in any way. I will make sure you won't even walk again. There's no good. Wait, you're dating Applejack? Luna asked, raising an eyebrow. Oh, don't act like you're surprised! You already knew! Eavesdropper. Yes, Matthew felt his heart raise as he hoped Luna would enforce the law. Wonderful, Luna said. Huh? With a big smile. Well, obviously! I knew you two would make such a perfect couple. That's what I said! Yeah, boy. And also, don't act so surprised! You two big eavesdropping moon pony. You were hoping they would get together? Dash asked. My tom voice is not very good, okay? Don't judge me! I'm still trying to figure out some junk. I was indeed hoping they would get together. I did everything in my power to try and get Matthew to Sweet Apple Acres. Huh? Luna said, looking at Matthew. I knew Applejack would be the right mayor for him. They both work hard. Applejack has a thing for painters, from what Twilight told me. Seriously? Yes, I'm giving them the look. The raised eyebrow look. The John Cena. The John Cena eyebrow. I wanted both of them to at least meet. I knew Applejack would at least be there for him if they didn't get together. Ooh. Okay, how much have you been spying on? So, you played matchmaker? Dash asked, pissed. Yeah, I'm kinda pissed about this too! I wanted to get Matthew somewhere I knew he would be safe with Applejack, Luna said, hoping to defuse the bomb before her. You got another bomb right here, Missy. But I can defuse myself. Fuse. Never works. Anyway. I wanted to get Matthew. Luna said, hoping to defuse the bomb before her. I searched everywhere, and the only pony I found who truly would care for Matthew was Applejack. Matthew, can you leave the princess and me alone for a bit? Oh, wait! She can't do squat to her. She's noble. She's royalty. Dasha still glaring at the princess. Sure. Yeah, you might want to leave before things get a little hairy, though. Two girls. Let's just say it gets a little scary when they're both mad. He quickly took off running. Yeah! Run, bitch! Run! Sorry. He did not want to get his ass kicked by Dash. Phantom Rider, oh my god! That's gold there! Oh my god! That's a good call! That's a good oh my! I was like, continue reading, making my own funny joke, but then all of a sudden, dropped the hilarious ass kicked by Dash thing! Oh my god! Oh! It's so much better when you read it out loud, you know, guys? I mean, then you understand things. Oh, man. Oh, Fettermeyer, I'll give you a gold star for that one. Woo. Oh, man. That was gold right there. Well, for me at least. I don't know about all you lot. Let me reread it just in case if you didn't hear me. Sure. He quickly took off running. He did not want to get his ass kicked by Dash. Oh man, that is so funny. Oh, but yes, no one wants to get their butt kicked by her. She's fast, she's strong, and she's lethal when she's mad. So yeah, good call, Matt. With Matthew gone, Dash unleashed. You ruined my chance at love? I've loved AJ for so long, and ever since Matthew came into her life, you made her love him instead of me. Maybe she wasn't into Mares? Her heart didn't feel the way towards you, Dash. That's way towards you, Dash. Seriously, though, you had the fan writer. I love the kick before Dash kicks his ass thing, but, you seriously had to do the Apple Dash parody? Wow. That, sir, do not approve! Luna said, looking into her eyes. Applejack loves you as a friend. Nothing more, nothing less. You know nothing. Dash took off, leaving her alone. Why do I feel like Dash is going to be a villain now? Meanwhile, Luna was sitting by the fire as everyone was sitting and relaxing, each one enjoying some s'mores. S'mores. By the way, you all know it's coming soon. Heh heh heh. Camping trips and a whole lot of s'mores. Ooh. Ugh. I'm gonna go die in fat sugary heaven one day over s'mores. I'm joking. Hopefully not. She was happy to see everyone enjoying their night. There was a boom and everyone looked to see a dragon standing near them. Oh, here's Blaze. Okay. Luna! Luna! Sorry. Luna! Luna felt the dragon hug her. I'm so glad you're all right. But Blaze? What's wrong? Luna asked as Blaze pulled away. A lot is wrong. Celestia has been captured and war is coming, Blaze said. What? Where is my sister? Luna was now panicking. She's locked up, but we'll free her, Blaze said. My sister is setting up an army. They should have already made their way through. I need to get to my sister, Luna walked. Well, unless you want to get caught by them, yeah, you might want to hold off on the rescue party. Because after that, after what Discord did, yeah, everything's gonna be tighter than a barrel of apples. No, that don't make no sense. Yeah, it's gonna be as tight as an applesauce jar lid that's stuck. Said, walking past him, she felt Blaze's claws stop her. Alright. My sister is sitting up an army on way through. I need to get to my sister. Luna walked past him. She felt Blaze's claws stop her. Let me go, Blaze. You can't get her alone. You'll need an army, Blaze said. Yeah, that's true. Tears ran down her cheeks. I'm going to get her. I don't care if I have an army or not. I will wipe them out. Okay. Introducing the Lord of Chaos! Now, Luna, you can't go charging in and getting yourself killed. Everyone will look to see Discord sitting by the fire. Did anyone never notice him? Then again, I'm talking about the Lord of Chaos. So, yeah, kind of unpredictable. Why, thank you. Of course he had to come to my world. Oh, please, I can travel anywhere, any place I want. But yeah, I feel a butt coming up. But it appears that I seem to not get in. And my chaos magic isn't as strong here as it is in my world. And whoop, there it is. Well, maybe you should have thought of that before popping in! It's not my fault I'm curious about this human world. I never have a chance to even play around here. Anyway, don't... Aye! What gives? That's a chaos leash for you, buddy. I beg your pardon? Unless you want Fluttershy to be a little grump with you, I suggest not doing anything stupid while you're in my turf, buddy. My world, my rules. Fine. But you're free to pop in anywhere else. But be in a human disguise, please. I don't need a freak out. Ever since I put in all the trouble with those jeweled mystical items that I had to use to hide them. What, you expect them just to walk down the street the way they are when they're here? Yeah, hell no. I mean, think about it. They think it might be cosplay. Good costume for Comic-Con. But, not very good for everyday life. Think about it. Wings that actually move and let you fly. Hooves for feet. Horn on your head. Not to mention the snout and the ears, which is adorable. Oh. Yes, I'm making an anthropony rise thick. We'll try to at least. Don't judge me! I see. Anyway. Ooh, new Netflix April release dates. Nice. Pay no mind what I just said. Hold on, give me a sec. I'm trying to close it. There we go. Sorry, update. See, I've been recently in love with Dragon Prince. Oh, God. Rayla was this close for saying I love you. This close, but no. Someone had to wake up. Well, then it would be also very worrisome if he never did. He was this close. She was this close to revealing her true feelings about Callum. Let's see, where was I? Proceeding. Whew, good, he's done. See Discord sitting by the fire. Your sister is safe. She's recovering with a friend, and once she's strong enough, I'll bring her here. What? Luna asked, wiping the tears away. I went and saved your sister. She's safe and sound right now, he said, fading away and turning up near Matthew. I've come to help the king fight. There came a bright light, and standing in front of them was Celestia. Well, that was fast. She could have told me she was teleporting me, Celestia said as she noticed she wasn't in the field of flowers. Sister! Luna rushed to her side and hugged her. Luna, I'm so glad you're all right, Celestia said, hugging her back. I was so worried. You were worried? Luna was sitting here having a ball fest after what she just heard. Sorry, I have like something on my screen. It's annoying. Sorry. Sizzler looked over at Discord. Oh, wait, hold on. Skip 1, 2, skip the few. Whoopsies! Alright. I see Lucy brought you here, Discord said. I guess you're fully healed. Celestial looked over at Discord. I can't believe you rescued me like that. Couldn't let him harm you, Discord said. After all, you spared my life and gave me a second chance to redeem myself. That I still have a lot of questions and other things about that. And a lot of comments that are not very appropriate for ears. Sorry. Celestia saw Blaze standing there. What have I missed? After what felt like an hour, Celestia just sat there in utter shock. Her son was here along with her grandkids. Matthew is going to fight and free everyone, and to top it all off, war was coming. Yep, so that's all the icing on the cake. Maybe. Celestia looked as after what Celestia looked over at Matthew as he was looking at the fire. Sister, we need to know something. Celestia looked to see Luna and Midnight standing there. What is it you need to know? Celestia asked. Why did you keep me hidden after what happened? Midnight asked. Celestia looked away and sighed. Sit down and I'll tell you. Luna and Midnight took a seat. After one night of passion with Mark, I ended up with a child. I was so happy, and yet I had to figure out how to hide you from my father and anyone else. Celestial looked back at the two. I hid my pregnancy with magic spells to make it look like I was still skinny. Wow. Well, at least they hadn't harmed no baby. Celestial looked towards Midnight. The day came I gave birth to such a beautiful colt. With those I trusted, I hid the child in hope he would live on and have a normal life. She then looked to Luna. Then you took the children and formed your night children. Now we're here. Oh boy. Huh, that explains a little bit. Not! Has been playing. Oh wait. Silverheart has been playing us, controlled and harming those we care for. Midnight said. First your father, then Luna, then he tried to harm me and my wife. Silverheart made a mistake in messing with my family, Celestia said, looking over at Matthew. I will make sure Matthew is ready for this war. I will make sure he wins. You're seriously gonna let him be killed? You're seriously gonna send him off to war after meeting your only grandchild? Well, okay, you have two others, but still! Why? Why? This is an outrage! I demand a lawyer! Okay, sorry. Sorry, I got a little caught up. I need to send a letter to my sister, Blaze said. She should already be at the Crystal Empire. I'll send Cadence a letter, Celestia said in the morning. In the morning, I'm going to aid Cadence and the other humans. You'll be back in harm's way, Discord said. I've made a trail making you leave Equestria and somewhere far away. If Silverheart takes you again, I might not be able to save you. I will fight to keep those at the Crystal Empire safe, Celestia said, looking at Discord. We train Matthew. We start training Matthew. Get him ready to lead when he's ready. We'll all go to the Crystal Empire and free every last human, pony and griffin, and bring peace to the world. Luna said, Oh wait, that was Luna. Oh well. Walking up to her sister. We are strong together. Celestia looked at her sister. She knew she was right. Oh. Alright, we train him, get him ready for battle. Meanwhile, few hours later, morning soon was upon everyone. Celestia sat on the log as she watched as everyone was leaving their tents, except two she noticed. Matthew and Applejack were still asleep in their tent. I'm glad to see you're alright, Princess. Celestia turned her head to see Nightfire standing there. It is good to see you alright too, Nightfire, Celestia said with a smile. How are you dealing with everything? Nightfire sighed. Honestly, still confused on everything. Wait, Nightfire's a girl, right? Oh god, I'd be so embarrassed if that was wrong. Celestia chuckled. Oh yeah, Nightfire was that, okay. Never mind. Okay, now I remember. But yes, I got the girl voice right. But not the right tone. She chuckled. Yes, this whole thing is confusing. Celestia looked back at the tent. I need another favor from you, Nightfire. You are one of the top students in your class of swordsmanship. Could you train Matthew with a sword? Celestia asked, looking at Nightfire. You want me to train him? Nightfire asked. You're more skilled with a sword than anyone here. It has been some time since Luna and I have picked up a sword. Matthew will need training for you. Oh, pardon my spike, guys. Oh. For you, Celestia, I will train him, but he will never be my king, Nightfire said. Racist much? Celestia chuckled. Matthew won't be king like we all think. Some pony has his mind set on being a simple human farmer. Celestia stood up and left Nightfire alone with her thoughts. I highly beg to differ on that. Matthew was sound asleep as his back was with Applejack. On his back with Applejack laying on his chest. She couldn't help but smile as she listened to his heartbeat. It was relaxing as she felt relaxed. Okay. Cuddle party! Oh. Wakey. Oh, whoop. Wrong person. Sorry. Okay. Wakey. Oh, that was more Pinky. Wakey. Okay. That's the best I can do. Come on. Applejack heard Twilight's voice ring through the tent. We have a lot of work to do today. Applejack sighed as she looked to see Matthew looking at her. Morning, she said with a smile. Morning, he said with a smile. He leaned forward and kissed her lips. Today is going to be a long day. Applejack chuckled. Yeah, but you'll have me with you, she said with a smile as she slid off Matthew and stretched. Matthew sat up and stretched as well. He looked at the back of clothes before him and got up and started getting some clothes out. I think I'll take a quick wash before it gets too late. I'll take one after you, Applejack said, still sitting there. I have my swimsuit trunks if you want to join me, he said, blushing. Whoa. I keep telling you, wait till the honeymoon. Come on. Come on, guys. It's simple. I hear wedding bells in the future. Ah! Hopefully. That just feels stupid now. Anyway. If you wanna, we can, she said, blushing as well. He grabbed his trunks and the two left the tent. They snuck away from everyone and got to the bathhouse within the mountain. Matthew found a spot to put his trunk put on that should be on his trunks. As he stepped inside the warm water, Applejack jumped into the mountain hot springs, nice. Jumped into the water, splashing Matthew. Did I splash you? She asked with a grin. Matthew swam over towards Applejack with a smile on his face. Applejack watched as Matthew was now face to face. She splashed her, making her laugh as they both started splashing each other. Laughter could be heard through the room. Applejack felt Matthew's arms wrap around her. I got you, he said, chuckling. Oh no! What will this little pony do now that the big strong human captured me? Applejack said, giggling. You two are going to make me puke. The two looked around the room only to spot Dash lying on a rafter. Dash? What in the world are you doing? Wow, talk about killing a mood moment. Applejack asked as Matthew let go of her. I need a place to be alone to drink. Really? You're making Dash a drunk now? Come on! A bottle of whiskey, oh boy, fell into the water. Yet the two of you being all lovey-dovey is just the worst. Alright, Dash, why don't you come down from there and we'll talk, Applejack said, getting out of the water. How about this, Dash said. Dash just laid there. You two leave so I can be alone. After all, I was here first. Matt and I are going to finish up here. I understand something is wrong with you, but you don't need to be so rude, Applejack said. Dash flew down and looked at Applejack. Me being rude? Applejack could smell the liquor on her breath. When it comes to your feeling for this ugly human, wow, racism, youch! I'm being rude? When I give you my heart, you smash it in my face. If it wasn't for Luna, you would have loved me instead of him. Now, Dash, my feelings for you have always been the same. We have been friends for years. Not once have I ever thought of you any more than a friend, Applejack said. I don't care what you think Luna did. She never made me change my mind on you. You're my best friend. Dash huffed and took off flying, leaving the two alone. I'm sorry. I made things worse. Matthew said, oh wait, this was Matt. Oops. Let me read that. I'm sorry if I've made things worse. Applejack's... Matthew said awkwardly, standing in the water. You did nothing wrong, Matt. It will take time for Dash to understand my feelings were always friendship, Applejack said with a sigh. I don't want you to blame yourself now. Applejack walked back over towards Matthew and got back into the water. Excuse me. Let's get washed. Matthew grabbed the soap and put some shampoo on Applejack's mane. She felt his fingers gliding through her hair. His fingers felt so wonderful. Okay, that just sounded so wrong to me right now. So wrong, I'm not even going to think about it. That's it, I'm thinking about it too much. Ah! Okay, I purified myself. Okay, Okay, let's see now. Where was I? Oh yeah. Meanwhile, Luna used her... Sorry. Luna used her magic to pull all the weeds out of the fields as she placed everything that needed for their Matthew's training. Do you really think he'll need all of this stuff? Celestia asked. Good question. Nobody knows. Well, Twilight found a book in the library that holds all kinds of fighting stats, sorry, Luna said as she paced the wooden dummies down. Twilight said she can understand some of the hand-to-hand combat. As for the swords fighting, Nightfire, she said she understands them pretty well. Oh boy, this is going to turn ugly. Celestia looked at the castle grounds. I remember how beautiful this place used to be. I wish I got to see this place with you, Luna said as she quickly grabbed her bag and pulled out a book. I found this. Might want it. Celestia took the book and opened it up. Her heart started racing as her cheeks heated up. she, as she quickly shut the book. Did you flip through any of these pages? Luna raised an eyebrow. No. Why? No reason. Put your hide and loot, Celestia. You know what? Never mind. Don't want to think about it, she said, quickly placing the book in her bag. Where did you find this? Found it in the castle in a room. In the room was also this. Luna used her magic to pull out a small box. It was with the book. Celestia already knew what the small box held. I told him to keep this box out of sight, Celestia said with tears in her eyes. So you knew about this? Luna asked. Mark already gave this ring before I left after our night of passion. I told him to hold on to it so Father wouldn't get angry. Celestia looked at the ring in the box and slightly smiled. You can turn it into a necklace and wear it, Luna said. Celestia looked at her sister. I might. Right now we need to get Matthew ready. Sorry if you hear a little pitch in my throat. After all the yelling, it kind of a little rough. Anyway. Sorry. I do wonder where he's at, Luna asked as she looked around. There was a rainbow blur that passed them. Was that Rainbow Dash? She seems to be in a hurry, Celestia said as she looked towards the mountain. I'll be back. Luna went back to work getting everything set up. Oh shit, I forgot! I don't think they told her about the little special thing yet! I don't think Matthew and Applejack told that they're a thing! Scheiße! Ooh, this is bad! Ooh, this is very, very bad! Ooh! Oh! Price for impact! Okay, Celestia walked over towards the entrance of the mountain. She could hear voices. Luna went back to work getting everything set up for training. Okay, Celestia walked over towards the entrance to the mountain. She could hear voices within the mountain. She soon found the source of the voices and saw Applejack and Matthew in the hot springs bathing. I swear, your fingers are magical, Applejack said, as Celestia saw Matthew washing fur with his fingers. Alright, my turn to wash your back for you. She watched as Matthew moved forwards, allowing Applejack to get a look at his back. Celestia could see all the scars on his back from all the whips. Matt, can I ask you something? Applejack asked. Sure. These scars on your back, can you even feel them? Applejack said, slightly rubbing the rag down his back. No, I've lost feeling in my back, Matthew said. It takes a bit for me to feel the pain anymore. They have to really whip me to get me to feel any pain now. I won't let any pony whip you ever again, Matt. I promise you that. Applejack said, kissing his cheek. Matthew blushed. Whap! Yeah! Yes, blushing! It's adorable! As Applejack went to wash his back, Celestia walked away, leaving the two alone as she walked out of the mountain. So, what happened? Luna asked, looking at her sister. I think Dash is upset over Applejack and Matthew, she said, looking at her sister. I'll find Dash and speak with her. Just make sure Matthew gets his teachings done today. Sorry. Celestia left her sister as she tracked down Rainbow Dash. She soon found Dash sitting on a cloud with whiskey in her hooves. What seems to be the issue, Rainbow Dash? Dash looked at Celestia. Nothing wrong. Just wanting to drink, Dash said, looking away. That is the fattest lie if I ever seen one. Or you're upset over Applejack and Matthew, Celestia said, taking a seat on a cloud. She wouldn't even like Matthew if it wasn't for your sister, Dash nearly yelled. She set them up and ruined my life. You're ruining your life just drinking. Remember, kids, never drink underage, because there's a lot of bad things that can happen to you. Never do that. I've seen a lot of bad things that happen to people, especially separate families and everything. So don't ever do drink or drugs. Those are bad. Hence why I haven't picked up a drink when I turned 18. Or 19 at least. Technically the proper age is 21, but you know, that crap's unhealthy for you. That is really bad. So yeah, remember guys, don't do anything stupid. Otherwise you're wasting your life. Anyway. Luna wouldn't ruin your life, Applejack. Applejack's heart belongs to someone else, Celestia said. Love is a strict thing. Not even Cadance could truly understand it. What you feel for Applejack isn't love like you think. You're meant to be by her side as a friend and help her through this hard time. Dash glared at Celestia, only to see Celestia wasn't staring out at the blue sky. There was a time I was meant to marry a stallion. He was my friend for so long. He swore up and down we were meant to be. When I fell in love with another, he swore up and down it was him I loved. However, he fell in love with a mare and was happy. She looked at Dash. You'll find the right one who loves you. Just give it time. Just give it time. Dash just went back to her whiskey. Just give it time, Dash. You'll find love again. Celestia flew away, leaving Dash alone. Dash looked at the bottle of whiskey as her mind went into deep thought. Wait, Dash thinking? Oh, after drinking? That's not a good combination. Run for the hills! I ran to Mexico. Ay, it is hot there. Anyway, Matthew fell. Meanwhile, Matthew fell to the ground. Matthew fell to the ground as the wooden sword was placed at his throat. And you're dead, Nightfire said. You're getting better at defending yourself. However, you left yourself wide open for the last attack. Matthew felt the wooden sword leaving his throat as Nightfire helped him back onto his feet. I can work on that. You need to watch how your opponent moves, study how they act, and use their own weakness against them, she said. Don't think this sword as a weapon, but as a part of you. Think of the sword as part of your soul, becoming one with the blade, and you'll master this one time. Nightfire brought forth her wooden sword. Wait, I want to make a comment about that. Yeah, I'm going to do it! You teach wise, or Night... Wait, what was her name again? Sorry, I like ruined that comment. You are a wise swordsmaster, Nightfire-san. You like fortune cookie. That make no sense. Yes, I did it. I did it. Nightfire brought forth her wooden sword. Why don't we take a break? Matthew took a seat on a chair and looked at the wooden sword. He didn't know if he could do this. He understood a little, but couldn't truly understand any of it. Hello, Matthew. Matthew looked up to see the knight standing before him. I can feel you're scared. How can I master this if I barely understand a thing? He said, looking back at the wooden sword. I can help you learn. The knight brought out his hand. I'm part of you. You can learn from me. Matthew looked at his hand. How can I learn from you? He asked. Yeah, how can you learn from him? He's dead! He asked, looking at him. The knight smiled. We merge and you will be able to understand everything. But what will happen to you? Matthew asked. My time has come. It's time I rest. The knight gave Matthew a slight smile. You will gain the skills, and once this is all over, those skills will be yours to master on your own. Matthew shook his hand as a blinding light engulfed him. Are you alright, Matthew? Matthew shook his head and looked at Nightfire. Yeah, just thinking, Matthew said, feeling his body change. I have the power! Oh, come on, you all were expecting me to do the He-Man thing! Come on! After that, I could not resist! I could not resist! So don't you dare judge me! I could not hold that in! I tried! But it just came out! I tried for like 0.1 second! I tried! Don't judge me! My channel! Well, you were sitting there for about half an hour. It's an hour and just a stare, he said. Maybe we switch to hand-to-hand fighting, Twilight said. I think we should teach him how to read a bit, Applejack said, stepping in. Let's do a little hand-to-hand first, then we can sit down and read when dinner is done, Twilight said. Twilight placed the dummy in front of Matthew, as Twilight held up a book. Just follow the... Her words were cut off as Matthew broke the dummy in half. Whoa. Matthew looked at his hand as he looked at the broken dummy. You broke that in half, mate, as Applejack cheered. How do you do that? Dun, 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 dun. Ayo! Ayo! Oh! I am the Master Panda! I have gained the Dragon Scroll! Sorry, I couldn't! I'm sorry, guys! Oh man, I am so sorry you have to hear me do all this! But it's funny though! Well, to me at least, I don't know about you guys. Everyone got their opinions. Asked, I think the knight's skills are kicking in, he said, looking at his hand. Knight? Every pony asked. Yeah, you remember Applejack, he said, looking at Applejack. He merged with me. He said his skills would be part of me. So you took an easy way out, Nightfire said angrily. Matthew's eyes started to glow. Matthew didn't take an easy way out. His skills are locked. I'm unlocking it. Thanks to you, Nightfire. Twilight blinked. Are you the knight? I am, Princess Twilight. Well, talk about convenience! We were just talking about you! Speak of the devil! The knight said, his body is slowly unlocking, and you, Princess Twilight, need to focus on his magic instead of his fighting. Nightfire here will need you to teach him battle strategies. Luna and Celestia can teach. Twilight's words were cut off. Twilight, your magic is... Twilight, your magic is more powerful... Oh, wait, who's talking? Okay, it's a knight. Is more powerful. Luna and Celestia and Nightfire, you have studied everything you could on every battle that has ever happened. The knight said, Luna and Celestia will help in their own way, but now you two must make Matthew a true leader. Matthew's eyes closed and he opened them again, but up and they were back to normal. What's wrong? Nightfire sighed. Alright, Matthew, seems your training with swords are over for now. Why? He asked. You need to learn how a battle works, she said. Sorry, I can't do Nightfire's voice. I don't know why. Twilight, why don't you take Matthew for a bit while I set up stuff? Matt, why don't we head to the hot springs? Twilight said. Hey now! No funny ideas. Matthew and Applejack followed Twilight into the hot springs. Oh, good. Applejack's there. Wait, that's worse! All three sat inside as Matthew was sitting near the water. Alright, Matthew, I want you to sit like this, Twilight said. Twilight had her lower hoofs crossed as she sat. Matthew crossed his legs. Now magic is energy within your body. Where are you, Master Shifu? Twilight said as her horns started to glow softly. Now, for unicorns, we use our horns to channel our magic. And we humans use sticks at cold wands! Or fingers! Yeah, still trying to get the hang of this. Note to self, don't hold magical finger out. When it's going to go kaboom. And don't cover your hand over it, too. Let's just say your body kind of goes with a big bang in it. Anyway. Da 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 dum bum bum. I want to sit the horn to channel our magic. Why do I need to know this? Matthew asked, not really understanding. Well, I believe you might have magic, Twilight said. That, and you just got told. I want you to channel magic into light from where you believe magic can be channeled through. Applejack and Twilight watched as Matthew closed his eyes. How do I know I feel the magic? I got the magic in me. Oh, come on, you were all expecting that! Matthew asked, keeping his eyes closed as he tried to feel the magic. How I knew how I knew my family, I felt their light within me, and it came from me when I was young. Twilight said, That and you got scared senseless. Twilight said, When the day came to prove myself, I was losing the light until Rainbow Dash unleashed her rainbow onto the world and brought the light to the surface. Matthew forced on what made him happy. Applejack came into his mind, and he smiled. "You're doing it, mate," he heard Applejack's voice, and he opened his eyes to see his hands glowing a bright red. Matthew was in shock as he couldn't believe he was using magic. Shazam! I am mighty Matthew! Applejack was smiling. Let's see. Matthew focused on what made him happy. Shocked as he could believe he was using magic. Okay. Applejack was smiling. Well, this can help. This can help. Twilight said, getting up and walked towards them. I can teach you healing magic along with defense magic. Matthew looked over at Applejack. I have magic? I can protect her, he thought as he looked back at Twilight. Sounds good. Few hours later, Applejack left Twilight and Matthew alone so they could focus on his studies. Applejack walked through the fields as she noticed Midnight and Sunset sitting by the castle, drinking some of her hard cider. How's every How's everything going? Applejack turned her head to see Nightfire standing next to her. So far, Matt's getting the hang of things. I left them alone so they could focus, Applejack said, looking back at Midnight and Sunset. Night's the girl, right? Is the crap. Give me a sec. Okay, hopefully this is Nightfire I'm talking about. Anyway, I might have been trying to be the leader everyone needs I was, just a stepping stone for Matthew to show up and do what I couldn't do. That's where you're wrong, Applejack said. You have been helping longer than Matt has, and you can show you can be leader too. Knight chuckled. You're you're sweet, but I know my place in this world. Nothing is set in stone, Knight, Applejack said, walking away. Knight looked at Sunset and Midnight and made its way over towards them. Applejack found herself in front of her tent. She stepped inside to see Dash sitting in the middle of the tent. Dash? Dash turned around and looked at Applejack. You're finally here, Dash said. I'm sorry about what happened earlier. I was drunk and still I'm trying to get over you the best I can, but it's hard seeing you with him, and when I saw you two inside the hot springs and I couldn't control myself. You think? Dash, if you're worried I'm mad at you, I'm not, Applejack said. I saw the bottle and I knew you weren't you. Applejack sat in front of Dash. I know it's hard, and if you knew you were there, I wouldn't be like that with Matt in front of you. No, I need to get used to it, AJ. I can't I don't want you two being awkward around me. Dash placed the bottle in front of her. I'm gonna lay off the sauce and try and give you two a chance. If we get on your nerves, let me know, Applejack said. Applejack gave her a hug. I'll tell Matthew I'm sorry when he returns, Dash said as their hug broke. Thank you, Dash. This does mean a lot, Applejack said with a smile. Dash left Applejack alone in her tent as she looked at her sleeping bags. Applejack looked at Matthew's sketchbook and smiled as she straightened up their tent so it wasn't so messy. It took a few hours, but the tent looked a lot better than what it was this morning. She could hear every pony starting to return. Your healing is getting better. Tomorrow we'll work on your defense spells. She could hear Twilight's voice and smiled. The tent opened up and Matthew stepped in. Hey, Matthew said with a smile. Hey, how was it? Matt sat down on the sleeping bag as he brought out his hands as they started glowing a light green. I can heal people now. Look at me, my hands are glow bugs. Twilight said I'm a fast learner with magic, and I don't feel the night at all when I'm using this, he said, smiling. Applejack couldn't help but smile as she sat down in front of him. I'm so proud of you, Matthew, she said, kissing his lips. Aw. She felt Matthew kiss her back more passionately. She felt his lips pull away. Now, if you get hurt, I can heal you, he said with a smile. Applejack placed a hoof to his cheek. You're so sweet. She kissed his lips again. All right, dinner is ready. They heard Sunset yell. The two broke their kiss. Do you think we could read a little before bed? Applejack smiled. Of course we can. She kissed his cheek and the two made their way out of the tent. To be continued. Well, if I must say, that was confusing. I don't know why. And I really don't care, because this was awesome! Thank you so much, my fellow Bronies and Pegasus sisters, for listening to my silvery, beautiful voice. Or what's standard for me of my voice acting. Yeah, I'm more professional. But thank you so much for listening. If you can, please share and to your other fellow Brony and Pegasus. I'm goofing up here. Please share my videos and my channel with your other fellow Brony and Pegasus sisters, and tell them to subscribe. The way to do that, click the subscription button down below. Also, that notification bell to let you know what else is new and going on. Check out my channel as well, so you see what I've read and what will be uploading next. Well, actually, I haven't figured out all the technical details on that stuff, and I still don't have a profile picture of my stuff. But anyway, I'm still figuring out some stuff, okay? Give me some time. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much. I wish I could read more, but unfortunately, my time limit is up. So, well, not like that. I mean, like, this is like an hour long now. So sorry. Anyway, thank you so much. Hope you like my stuff. Please subscribe to me. Share with your other fellow Brony or Pegasus sisters. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned till next time of Chapter 21, the three-parter. No, I'm not going to read all three parts at the same time. No way. I got other things I got to do. Anyway, thank you so much. This is your homeboy, 'Funky' Luffy Hoods, the Commentor, signing out. Signing out.